But you guys are young people, and the average young person, not just in Nigeria, around the world, wants to live life, be happy. Do you have time to live?
Of course. Of course. You know, just as Tolu has said, you know, this is our life. And I think we're living. Once you find your purpose, once you find something that you love to do, once you can connect with, you know, your passion, you actually, you know, living the life you're meant to live. You know, so when you talk about if we are live, definitely I think we are. You know, personally, I have fun. In fact, my job is my fun place. I go to Makoko most times. I go to, you know, Epe, most of the communities where we are. You see the kids, that brings so much excitement, so much fulfillment. In fact, I really can't tell what else I would be doing to give me the kind of pleasure, the kind of satisfaction and fulfillment I get from the job I do. I work with lots of young people. In fact, I meet lots of young people from different walks of life who say, I want to do what you're doing. I want to volunteer with you. I want to be part of this organization. You know, and that alone inspires me to tell me that seriously, what you're doing is actually very impactful. If people from Shell, from just name the multinational organizations and corporations say, we get on an average of, let's say, about 15 emails every week from people who just want to volunteer with Slum to School. And
I need to cut in on Otto. First, when I started, I probably sounded like Otto, like 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Until it got to a stage in my life, I realized that if I don't watch myself, I will watch other people, I will help other people live their life, and I won't live mine.
Yeah.
Fela Dorotoye came up with this training in 2006 for a company, and I volunteered there. It was called 7-Star Performer. And in 7-Star Performer, it means every part of your life must work. This is just one part of our lives, right? For others, you call it job. It is work, and it's living for me. Giving is living. So I divided my life, the physical aspect. I go to the gym every day or every other day. I probably go to the gym 5-6 times a week. And if I'm not going to the gym, I'm working out at home. That's one. There's the social life. So I go for open mic, free, plays and all of that, stage plays. I'm going for one after this. That's 2. We talk about the spiritual life. I balance that. I go to church. I do my home service, house fellowship. I do my Bible study. I have a relationship with God. Then you have other aspects of life, the financial part and all of that. You plan everything. So it is a well-rounded, balanced life. I can't say Tolu right now is all about Dosbin Estate and Lord's Charity Foundation. There is a Tolu that is separate from Lord's Charity Foundation, although it is interwoven. It is like a offshoot.
Is that because you've gotten to a stage where your organization has become firm enough to run itself even when you're not there?
Yes. Yes, we stumbled on the solution not because I planned it.
Yeah.
I'm not a structured person. I honestly can't survive in a structured environment, which is why I think I was wired to do what I'm doing, because there's nothing structured about those business estates. So when we got volunteers and everything started going south, the kids started coming out of secondary school. We had 7 kids write WAEC. All of them had minimum of 7 credits. That to me is beyond pass. So those kids right now run the office.
Interesting.
Run the office. It means that I can decide Tolu Shongo Soya as an individual is going to stay in anywhere outside of this world, and the office will run. So the reason why I took myself out is because it is not even about me. It means that if I drop dead today, the kids can continue with their lives.
Very important.
It's very important to me. This sit-tight syndrome of African leadership runs also in the NGA sector.
Yeah.
I don't want that happening.
And I'm sure that's where you are headed to as well with your organization and all of that. I just want to find out what's in store for you in the future. Yeah.
For me, I think this is just the face of my life.
Yeah.
You know, just as Tolu has said, I also have fun. I do a lot of things. I play tennis most Saturdays. I have fun as much as I can. You know, and this is something I love. In the nearest future, or let's say the next 4 years, 5 years, I'll definitely be through with my masters, my doctorates at some point. You know, and
you need to make me feel inadequate. You're doing all of these marvelous things, and you still have time to be a doctor. But go.
Don't worry, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, and so I have my life properly planned. I know what I'm going to be, and that was what could make me, you know, leave the bank at some point and say, this is not part of my plan. This is not part of what I can envisage for myself. You know, and so for the next 10 years, I actually know what I'm going to be doing. Slum School is a face. at some point, let's say in the next 2-3 years, it's going to run without me.
Yeah.
You know, right now we're just trying to put structure in place because we have a very big goal, you know, to see how we could get millions of children across Africa back to school, you know, from slums to schools, and not just get them into school, but transform their communities. And so in just a year and about 7 months, we've achieved all of this. And if I am not very focused and commitment to the cause right now, and I try to, you know, just play around and do other things, we would lose some focus, you know, focus and direction. And so what I'm trying to do is to sit down and ensure that the structures are in place. You know, the foundation is properly built, and I think the future is very bright for all of us.
Well, thank you very much.
In NGO sector,
yeah.
Numbers count. I'm sorry, I don't follow numbers. I follow quality. I don't want to train 1,000 children. I only need 20.
Quality.
Quality. Those 20 will train another 20. Ripple effect is very important. If one man who was 79 years old can sit down and teach me how to read and write, and I multiplied it to 163 registered kids right now, now imagine when those 163 now begin to train other people.
And
now that in itself is what I look at, and the future is prepared.
Thank you very much to Olusegun Sonya from Love on the Streets Foundation, and of course Oranda Moto Slum to School. You've been very inspirational today, and good luck with your with your awards in the week ahead. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very
much. Now, just to put this in
Welcome.
context again, the Future Awards nominees are usually younger than 31. So if you're older than 31, and like me, you suddenly feel like you're not doing anything with your life, this should be some inspiration for you to do better with yourself and help the country move forward.